Yo, welcome back to another devlog. Now, I wasn't really planning on doing one of these today, um, but my other video was kind of scuffed. Really, really scuffed. I wasn't happy with it. There was some issues with the colors that I couldn't see. Man, it was such a big mess. So I got rid of it, and I was like, what do I do today? Let's do a devlog. I did do a couple of things. I wish I had more stuff to show you, but I do have a couple of things to show you. So I've made a new area. This is like the castle area, right? And I'm thinking like the boss of this area is going to be a souped up wizard, right? And there's a couple of things about this area. Let me show you. First of all, no more freebies. So there's going to be hidden secrets, but they're actually going to be hidden. Like no more cracks. Like the cracks were there to show you like, oh, there's stuff behind the walls, right? But from now on, I'll just hide stuff, right? Let's get past this area. This guy. Now, here, we have the new asset. It's going to be these guys who live inside, like, the blocks, right? And they're moving platforms, basically, right? So this one's a lift. Goes up and down. We're going to make one to go left and right. To do more puzzle platforming. And these guys are like the swamps from Super Mario. I think that's the name. All right. Basically, they're asleep. They're chilling out. But then you step close and they're like, oh, what's wrong? And then, ooh. How fun is that? That is so cool. Right? And here's the thing. They kind of double up as platforms. Now, I was thinking... Oh. That looks so cool. I mean, I love that. When I made them move for the first time, I was like, that looks so nice. And then I added in the juice. Like the sound effects. The choo! And the explosion, the impact. And then I was like, oh my god, this looks amazing. I'm so happy with this. And then I made them double up as platforms. And I was like, ooh, I can do something with this. But then we can't. So I think I'm going to double up this devlog as like a bug report because this is annoying. Check this out. I'll move the little knight over there to make it easier. Now, I was thinking to make this stuff. Oh, by the way, I'll show you how I make the swamps in a second. So I was thinking maybe we can do like something where there's a sort of puzzle and we can like jump on these and use these as a long platform or whatever, right? To get to like hidden places. Kind of like that. But the sad news is there's some sort of bug. And I think I'm gonna just clip this and put it as a bug report. Check this out. I've seen people complaining about this. Their behavior is a jump through platform. They need to be jumped through because regular platforms will squish you down if you get hit, and they'll either put you to the side or you get sent down through the platform below. And if that happens, game over, right? You just get stuck in limbo. Now check this out. Yep. That's wrong, right? Your character falls through the platforms, just like that. I haven't messed with their hitboxes. Look at that. I haven't messed with any of that, and this happens. I'm sure more people have this issue. And I know it's not a collision issue. It's an actual behavior issue. Because if we change this from jump through to regular platform, that doesn't happen anymore. That becomes solid. So as an actual platform, we can just... Oh no, it does as well. Did I not save? Like, I was testing this earlier, and it didn't do that. Oh no, look at that. Wait, no, this... I didn't save. I didn't bloody save now, did I? Good job. Didn't I click platform? Never mind. I must have... Whatever. And now it should no longer happen. Now it's an actual platform, so there we go. So now it does nothing. But the issue with using these is this. There we go. And now it is over. Right. So we can't use it as flat platforms. You know, it needs to be jumped through. Which is annoying. I don't know. This stuff happens, right? It's buggy. Whatever. At this point, I'm just used to it. At this point, I'm just used to stuff not going my way. There's always something, man. I'm going through some stuff right now, and I just wish that stuff would just start working the way it's supposed to. Anyways, how do we do this stuff? I mean, it's kind of convoluted, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna say it's so easy, but in a way, it is kind of easy because it's the same way we do the moving platforms. It's just more of it. It's this, right? It's like a state machine, but souped up. There's different states going on at the same time. I'm not sure if all of this stuff is needed, but honestly, I wasn't really thinking too much about it. I was just like, I'm just gonna add one more and fix the issue instead of like trying to optimize this. I'll optimize this later, right? So we have all this stuff. Like, if all of this is false, right? We do a ray cast. We cast the ray from the center of the block. I call it the squish. From the center of the squish at the angle of 90 degrees, which is down. 0 degrees is all the way to the right. 90 is down. 180 is to the left. And 270 is up. So 90 degrees means that he's constantly shooting a ray down. And if your character walks past, it gets hit by the ray. And it triggers the first event, which is setting these to true. So reset becomes true and awake becomes true. So it wakes up, and if awake is true, we do this stuff, right? We change awake to false so that this only happens once. We change the animation from sleeping, which is the basic animation. It's the animation 0. And we change to idle, which is he wakes up, he opens his eyes. Then we wait a second. We play the sound that choo, and we set his state to angry, angry to be true, and we change the animation to angry as well, which is when he gets the frowny face. Now, if the animation, if the state angry is true, then we add a force of 400, so we shoot him down. And then if he's in collision with the wait a minute. If he's angry, we shoot him down. Oh, there we go. I just wasn't seeing the collision part. So if angry is true and then he collides with one of the markers I have on the bottom, which is the go up. When he collides with go up, he sets the angry to false. It stops the squish, so that it makes it look like he just collided and he just got halted, right? It stopped. And then we create the explosions, like the impacts, which is the same ones I'm using for the bombs, and the puff of smoke. It all gets created at the same time. We change the smoke to go up, right? And we play the sounds, which is it's like an explosion sound. It's like this, right? So he comes down, he hits, and he goes, right? Um, then we wait another second, and we set happy to true. So then he becomes happy, and he goes back to idle. And now that he's happy, like he came down, he wrecked stuff, he's happy. So now that he's happy, we give him forces to go up. So minus 100. So coming down, he came down with 400, right? So he came down quick. Then when he goes up, it goes minus 100, which is kind of slow, you know. He's happy. He's like, I did my thing. And he goes back to sleep. That's here. When a value of happy is true and we collide with the go down, which is the square that I have up top. Then we set reset to false. What? Oh, there we go. We set reset. It makes sense. Don't worry. We set the reset to false. We set happy to false. We stop him so he stops on his tracks, doesn't go any further, and we change him back to go to sleep. So the reset is here so that it helps this whole shebang not conflict with itself. All right. You can copy this. Like no variables are declared on the object, meaning I do all the variables here. So if you were to copy this whole thing and just change the squish for your own object, it would work, right? And then the go up and go down is the same stuff I always use, right? I do a blue square and a red square. That's the debugger. There we go. That's the go down, it's a red square, and that's the go up, which is blue square. Right. That's how the whole thing works. And this stuff is just how I already shown how to do moving platforms, you know. It's the exact same thing. It's the states. Right. That was it. Oh yeah, and this it might be. What is this? Well, this is the platforms that can be broken with an explosion. And the way I know which ones can be broken is I do this. I make an animation, and the first frame is different. Like this one's white in the middle, and I take the loop off. Right, and what happens is it's like that to begin with, so I know which ones can be broken. But then the moment the game starts, the animation rolls over to the first frame, and you don't see the white stuff anymore, right? And that's a cool way for you to like work on tiles that can be broken and are exactly the same as every other tile. This way, I always know which ones can be broken, right? So if I press play, you're not gonna see the white ones. It's gonna instantly roll over. Yeah, see? You didn't see it, the white parts, but these ones can be broken, like that. Anyways, so that was the devlog. It wasn't as quick as I wanted it to be, but whatever. I get excited by explaining this kind of stuff, right? It's cool stuff. I love this kind of stuff, right? And this is coming together. I'm happy with it. Like when I made this tile, I was like, I want to make a new tile, and I just changed the old tile for the new one with like some grayish colors, and I was like, I wasn't happy. And then I made the corners and stuff, and it's like, oh, that's coming along. And then I was like, what do I do for a platform, right? I had the idea of the moving platforms. It's like, oh, what do I do? Do I just use the old ones? And I was like, what if I make this bit hard, like darker, and I put some sort of character in there? I mean, they're inside there somewhere, and I just make the little eyes. It's like, oh man, that it started like coming together, and I'm really enjoying this area. So I couldn't wait to see what else like my imagination comes up with, because this stuff is all on the fly, right? I'm making the level, and when I start repeating myself too much, I'm just like, okay, I'm bored now. there's that needs to be something new. And then that's when I start thinking like, okay, what else do I add? How do I make this level a bit different than the other ones? Right? And then it's like, what if I make this? Right? That's the exciting part. That's when like, so here was like, do I make just another trampoline? Do I make another ladder? It's like, no, let's just make an elevator. It does the exact same thing, but it's exciting and new, right? So the player gets here and is like, oh, this is new. It's no longer just a ladder or a jumping jelly or something like that. It's a little lift, goes up and down. And then you get here and you're like, oh, what are those things? And you get underneath and it's like, oh, you know, they fall on you. Right. But, anyways, so I'm going to save and I'll catch you guys next devlog. Uh, if you're enjoying these, please subscribe, leave a like, subscribe, leave a like, comment, do all that jazz, man. It really helps, and I really appreciate the support. All right, catch you guys next episode. Till then, have a good one and peace out. After I find the button, like that. All right, peace out.